Hello there, this is Caesar on Toast, and you're watching episode 9 of my Better Minecraft Modded Minecraft series. This is a 1.18 mod pack from the CurseForge launcher, and today we're going to be looking at making some improvements around the base. We're already sort of looking at one of them that I've been working on off camera, but I have a lot of fun things planned for today and hopefully you will enjoy. We're going to be doing some building with mods, we're going to be doing some little contraptions, and you can see here I've already started on working on one of these underground farms. This is sort of inspired by kind of a underground growing lab. Maybe we're growing some hydroponics farms, and I want to have these cool red and blue lights just to make it look a bit more technical than some of the other builds that we've got, because we are going to be adding some machines down here as well to take advantage of some of the different mods and mechanics within them. And so because some of these blocks are expensive, like I don't have a lot of this glowstone to make the lit lamps, and I especially don't have the dye to make the lit lamps for certain colors, I haven't been able to complete this. So I said, well, I don't want to do any more off camera. We should do something together. So what I'm going to do to get started today is my first machine that I want to make is going to be something that can get us some more dye, and I've mocked something up off camera already, and I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. So I think it's safe if I just go ahead and put it in the back corner, and then I can tear it out a bit later if we don't need to. So we need a lot of red dye to make each of these lamps. Takes 4 red dye, which is insane, especially because I wanted to start with a lot more of them than currently are here. So the footprint of this machine is quite small, I believe. This is something that I just came up with off the top of my head, so it's not terribly optimized or anything. And the idea is that using a piston and a dispenser, we can grow a flower and then break the block that flower is on. So here we go. This is going to be where the flower grows, and then we need a flower that we're going to use as our sort of seed for that flower. And so we're going to need a dispenser to shoot into that. And now I don't know if this is a bug or not, but we can use 1 piece of bone meal, and this will allow us to grow this flower forever. It's not going to use up the bone meal. So this is pretty broken, especially if you need lots of any color dye that you can get from a flower. I'm not sure what flowers this works with, but definitely the vanilla red tulips work with this method. So basically that's the machine. So if I put a button on the dispenser, oh, here we go. That should work. There we go. Yeah. Working exactly as intended. So all we need to do to automate this is put a little hopper clock in. So we're going to need a comparator somewhere. Let's go here and let's grab another block. So the comparator is going to be reading off of a hopper. So the hopper is going to go into this block, and then it's going to go back into the other hopper. And didn't I not put the comparator down? Okay, let's always do redstone off camera first. I haven't designed this bit yet. So we're going to need the comparator to give a signal to this block, and that could be done through this, which means the comparator could be here, and then we could put our little hopper clock here. So sort of, let's grab this, and then this, and one more. Maybe this will work, and then just 1 block. Let's do a bit of dirt. Okay, the piston isn't going. Maybe if we put a little bit of dust under there. Oh, yeah, it is lighting up. So maybe if we have, haha. Now, is that growing the flower? Okay, timing is a little bit off. So what if we delay that? Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I like the look of that. It's quite loud as well, unfortunately. But that's so compact. I love it. This is really satisfying, being able to do these kinds of little contraptions. And then if I want to override it, so let's just go ahead and make a lever so we can turn it off and on again. So a lever, and we just want to be able to block that signal. So if we lock this, yeah, that should block it. And then if I hit this again, yeah. Okay, I think it just takes a couple of iterations to go through. And look, we've already got another stack of these red tulips. So if we just did this, we just switch out the flower that's on this block, then we should be flying. Now, the only thing here is we don't have a good automated way of collecting these blocks. So that's a little bit of an issue, I'm guessing. But if it's just going to be that compact, I mean, I can run it for a little bit, grab all the flowers, and then be done with it. But cool. Yeah. Only a couple minutes into the video, and we've already done a really cool little project. So let me find a better place for this. Maybe we get some more of the room build done, and we'll find somewhere to put all these cool machines. Next area complete, and now I just have to go ahead and plant all of these crops. I calculated that we get 320 growing spaces for each of these big squares. So I'm mainly going to go with wheat because we use that for farming the animals and lots of different things. And beetroot because you can sell only 14 or 15 beetroot to the villagers for a single emerald. So I think that's a really good trade. And a couple of the villagers over at the place where I've got my mending villagers were doing that deal. So I definitely think this is a worthwhile crop to farm en masse. I don't know if there's a better way to do this farming apart from just going ham with these farms like this. I know we've got lots of bone meal, and with that machine that grows the tulips really quickly, I'm wondering if I can compost those tulips to get bone meal and then use that bone meal to grow more of these farm crops. I'm also just wondering, do any of the villagers that are at the village I've got already, do any of them buy flowers? Because if they buy flowers, we should be able to just grow the flowers for free with one piece of bone meal and then get infinite emeralds from a flower machine. So that might be something to build over at the village there. I remember actually, maybe it was the apiarist. Oh my goodness, I didn't just... That was exactly the amount. Wow. That was so lucky. And look at that field. It doesn't even look that big, but that took so long to build this room. This is actually the ocean right here. So if I break this block, we'll be under the sea. But I love the atmosphere in this place. It's so like creepy and quiet. But it's like my secret lair where I'm building stuff. So in terms of where this is in relation to the rest of the base, we're just directly underneath. So if I go up here, yeah, we're in the base, quite literally. And then this is under the ocean. So if I dive in here, you can see this line of dirt. That is the line of that underground room. So I might just cover that up, although it's flat and you don't really tell. But here you can definitely tell. There's the wall on the other side. And I've just covered this up with dirt so we don't get the drips in there. Although I might re-add the drips for some ambience in places. That could be pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, I think we should explore this idea with the flower villages a bit more. So let's hop on over there. Here we go. Hey guys, what we need from you is someone that's gonna buy a lot of flowers. The florist, of course. Okay, he buys flower pots. Maybe we need to unlock some more trades with you. Okay, I can do this. Oh, sorry, I destroyed your wall. Okay, let me grab some stuff and we'll be right back. Well, I'd done my first harvest, and by the time I finished the harvest, stuff is already full grown again. And I got nearly 5 stacks of everything. I've also let the machine run here. I've got it creating oxeye daisies. You can see it's not the prettiest thing, even though I've tried to build it into the wall. Problem is I can't get the collection system quite right yet. So we'll need to just revisit this to see if there's a way we can do it maybe with water streams instead of with the piston. And also the other problem was the adjacency of the dirt blocks. So I had it before and I have it again where we've got the dirt blocks side by side. And I think it can do diagonal as well, but then how do I collect it? I need some kind of water stream with hoppers, and I don't have don't have much iron left, so I can't really tinker around with this right now. I spent all my iron on a stack of hoppers, which I stand by. It's a good investment, but it means that I'm pretty limited without going caving, and I don't really have time to cave. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go do some trades. So last time we accidentally went to the Plains Village. I have no idea what time of day it is, by the way. Okay, night. Let's just quickly sleep. I don't really want to set my spawn point here, but hopefully I remember to change it later. And we're looking for the florist. Yes, you. All right, let's see. So if I trade you all my flower pots, okay, you're going to level up. Okay. And we got a woodworker here as well. You take oak saplings? That's a pretty good trade. I could go chop some oak trees down right now and get the saplings. Let's go do that. Okay, florist, you're back. Right, you've got vines. Okay, not really what I was looking for. Where's your friend with the saplings? Greenhead over there. Is that you? Found you, finally. Okay, here you go. I will give you that, and yeah. I don't know what other trades he'll have, but I'll keep working on these villagers. I want to go to the other village, though, the Oak Village. And this is where I've got all my best guys so far. So I set up a few composting bins here. So these are their workstations, and they have discounts. So I can do 14 beetroots. So I'll just do trades with each of these guys to level them up. You don't have this. Does the third guy have this? Come on. Oh, you're in the compost bin. Okay, whatever you feel like. Dude, I won't tell you how to do your job. Alright, so I also want to trade with the florist, and you've got oxeye daisies, so I can make so many oxeye daisies for free. Now let's see, are you gonna max out? Is this broken? No, okay, it's not broken. I don't know if I'm sad about that or not, because I don't want to cheat these villagers out of their hard-earned emeralds. But at the same time, it would be nice if I just had infinite emeralds from my oxeye daisy farm. Now let's go and work on something completely different. All right, let's go into first person mode here, or third person mode. So I love this island, and I've made it look very pretty and natural, and I've got my little farmhouse. I love it. We've even got the pens for the animals now around the place. It's quite a nice home. A nice place to return to after a long day of adventuring or mining or crafting. But I think we need more buildings. And as cool as having a really decked out techie basement is, and I love this place already, I am so looking forward to adding some more stuff to it, I do think we need another building on the surface. Otherwise it starts to feel like, yeah, we're just making farms. And we already have a farm under the ground, so we can start to move some of this production away from the surface. And so what I'm going to do is just start clearing land, and we're going to make a home for our horse, even though we never use him. Just so you know, there's something else going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this one last time, and we'll make a bit of a clearing to start working on the stable here. Alright, so now that the area is clear, I've got a bit of a better picture in my head of what I want to do with this. And I reckon the best course of action is we'll also get rid of the carrot field, right? And we're going to have the building come along here. So I want to go probably, so if you're looking from the front door, we're going to want to have, yeah, so roughly there where this torch is going to be the left hand side. So we'll go one back from there. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then block. And that takes us to the end. Maybe 9. Don't make it a square. Squares are bad. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the basic shape. We'll have the front come out a little bit. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we'll have there is like a roof sloping down. And then we'll have the main roof going up and down there. So we'll have the two different angles. We'll use a similar palette to this, so there's a bit of cohesiveness, but we'll try and make more use of things like shutters, because of course this is going to be a stable, so it's going to be a bit more of an outdoorsy building. And then all good stables will have sort of a tool shed on the side. So I think what we can do is make like a little side entrance here. So halfway across, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's just get rid of that because it's not going to be an actual wall. And then that's going to come out to there. And so then whenever we're looking at it over here, you'll be able to see there's probably going to be a door there. There's going to be a open front sort of thing here with a roof and maybe some hay, and then the main body of the stable is going to be in behind with the roof going up and down. So let's go ahead and grab those blocks and see what we can build here on camera. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Ooh, I think the place where the farm was before might be a little bit glitched, but that's okay. Okay, so for sure we're going to want to have the swamp cypress blocks coming along here. So I believe what that's going to look like is it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll probably have the door there, and then have this bit be a side entrance, and then we'll just close up these walls. Very good. Okay, and then inside, I don't know if I want to get rid of the floor just yet. So what's that look like when we come in? Yeah, and then this will be the proper stable. So what I'm thinking is this bit will be, maybe this should come out both ways. Yeah, so let's go 1, 2, 3, and then let's go over here. Are we in line? Yeah, and let's just get rid of this. We'll do some terraforming around it afterwards. I know there's some blocks at different heights here and farms coming into where we're going to be putting the base. So yeah, so then when we come out of here, we'll have stables on the left, we'll have stables on the right. Maybe we get some llamas and stuff to fill it up as well. So if we've got 1, 2, 3, then a block, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 is good, and then we can have sort of a double wide gate here. So this is going to be gates, and then we're going to have probably a fence gate of some sort like this. Then we can go in and we can stop the horse from getting out. Very good. Yeah, actually no, a single fence gate's going to be what's required because I think the horse is too wide. And sheep, you do not belong in here. You're making so much noise. Right, okay, it's all coming together, and then we do the opposite thing on that side, and then on this side we'll keep it the same, and then I'm out of those. Okay, we need to make a bit more of that, and we can also make a crafting bench here, so we can craft things on the job, and that can go in this little room on the side. Cool, so we need to make some more stuff here. Let's go. Well, the rooms are done, but did you spot the deliberate mistake? Because I sure didn't. The way out for whenever you've got your horse and you want to bring it somewhere else, it's sort of off a cliff here. So we're going to have to rethink this little room here, and maybe we just plop that on the other side. So whenever you get your horse, you ride out, and then you're on the road. So I think that's a lot better. And what I'm going to do is just tear this all down here. Hey, got some progress done now, and I think I've decided on the main flooring for the horse's bedding is going to be the thatch because that's quite cheap, and I'm gonna be a bit gross, and we're gonna mix in hummus, which is not the dip, but yeah, that's gonna be something else that the horse might do in the stable. Anyway, and then for the rest of it, I think we're gonna go for a little bit of gravel, standard cobblestone, and andesite mix because that pairs very nicely with the swamp cypress log. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this all in, not think too much about it, and we'll be done in no time. And then for obviously we've got the transition between the thatch here, or maybe some hummus, and the gravel cobblestone mix. I think what we're going to do is maybe have sometimes a bit of thatch spilling over. So maybe we get a couple here, a couple there. I don't like having holes underneath my builds for some reason. So there we go. We'll just have this scattered around nicely. And then out here, I think we need to do something a bit different. So right, we're going to have the thatch and it's probably coming up to about there. So something like this. And then here we want to have, I think, grass can grow into this area. So we'll just put some dirt down now and just have that sort of coming into the stable. Yeah, that should be good. And then from there, we can transition. We can have a bit of hummus, that kind of thing scattered around, maybe just that much. And then what I want to do is just add coarse dirt in. So I don't think I have, I can make some here. So let's go ahead and do coarse dirt. We've got 16, perfect, that should be enough. And then we'll just mix this in here as a transition from the grass with the hummus. And we're 1 block short, no. We can't have all the luck today. And I quite like these stones that are mixed in here. So that's nice that they're there. And then I suppose what we're going to be doing is putting some fences in here to keep our horses and llamas, etc. in. Yeah, so I've been thinking as well, we probably want to have our horse here. We also, I mentioned we would get some llamas, and then possibly a donkey and maybe a camel. If we can get the camel all the way back, that would be amazing. If not, I can always get more horses. That's not a problem. Right, I'll continue working on this and we can get back whenever it's time to work on the roof. Hey, the ground floor is done and I've decorated it and such. We'll take a look at more take a look at it in more detail later. Now I want to do the roof, and I farmed up a bunch of the wheat we had in the basement, and I'm going to start by doing this sort of 2 wide layers. So we're going to make this a gently sloping roof, and then we're going to take a look at how it looks from one side and see if we like it before completing the rest. I think I need to work out if the hoe is a good block or a good tool for breaking this thatch. We can test that out now actually, because I've got an efficiency 4 diamond hoe. Ooh, it's an instant break. Okay, so we can experiment with this. That's a very, very good sign. So I want this to be very cozy, very sort of low hanging on the inside. I don't really care that there's not that much headroom going on here. And yes, I know this is going to be 3 wide in the middle, but that's fine. That's by design. And let's keep going here. So first of all, let's take a look at how this looks on the inside. Yeah, it's got this sort of cozy, low-hanging barn ceiling vibe to it. One thing we could do is, I was planning on putting the ladder here, but we might need to put it on one of these center posts or have a different route up, maybe at the back of one of these areas. Actually, let's just put this here. So it's you have to go into the pen to go up the ladder. I think that's kind of funny. And then we'll put a trapdoor at the top. Yeah, there we go. We've got the cypress wood. There we go. Nice. All right, so we can go up there. That's no problem. And we can get rid of this little situation here. Nice. Okay, so then once you're up at the top, can you walk across? Might want to make it so we can get onto there. So let's, in fact, why do we need these? Safety first? What even is that? Safety second? I don't know. But we're not even going to hurt ourselves that much if we fall. In fact, that did 0 hearts of damage. I wonder if the thatch has fall damage cancellation like the hay bales. Okay, I didn't even fall on it. That's probably not the case anyway. Let's try one more time. Okay, yeah, don't think so. Anyway, now we need to see what it looks like from the outside. So we will be putting some more things onto the building. So don't worry if this looks really plain right now. Hey, that looks fine. I was going for this kind of low slope, and I think that just about does it. I think I might want to do a few more alterations, like putting the side on. And sorry about the dog there. Let's just put the side on now and take one more look very quickly over the other side. Okay, let's try again. Love these wings for just flying around checking things out. Yeah, that just lifts it a little bit, gives it a bit more depth, so that's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna zip around and do the other side here. Last block, and we're blocked in. That's cool. So what have we got here? So we've got this little ledge. Let's just get rid of that, and let's add this bit of detail in. We'll put in our swamp cypress logs. Very good, that's looking a bit more complete. And then we'll get rid of these. Now, how are we going to get between the sides? That's acceptable. It's a barn. Yeah, we'll take it. I don't think I'm ever going to come up here anyway, but there is an option to put some stuff there if I ever choose to. Cool, and we'll get rid of this. Now, when we look in through the front door, does this feel like a cozy barn? Absolutely. Sorry, not a barn, a stable. Horse, do you like it? We really need to give you a name. Anyway, and then we've got this nice open area. So this is like the garden for the horses. So they can come out here and they can enjoy the starry skies at night or the sunny skies in the day. Very nice. And lastly, we've got this little side business going on. And I think what we're going to do is just have this come out 1, 2, and then maybe let's just jump up on these. That's going to come out 1. And then we'll have the slope coming down there. You can see it's sort of like 2 and then 2. And then we'll have it overhang just a little bit. So let's go ahead and repeat that pattern here. Lovely stuff. So I need to get up there actually. This is where I should really use scaffolding. You can tell I'm an old school Minecraft player by a lot of the things I do and say, but never using scaffolding is definitely one of the telltale signs that you're watching someone that's played Minecraft for probably too long. So if I just start by bringing this out the full way, let's just look at the facade, see how that looks. It's a little funky, probably because I left these blocks here. I think it might come out too far, could be the problem. And it might want to start a bit lower. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's change it up though. My gut feel is this is wrong. So let's not worry about any of the ones further back than that. Let's just get this bit right. So I think first of all, we've got to come lower earlier. So we might end up doing something a bit more like this. Yeah, and then get rid of that, and then get rid of that. So it's quite a steep slope. Now, what I'm thinking is it's supposed to be open air, but it's open to the side so the horse can sort of poke its head out while you're walking along here. You can see into the stable as well. Let's get rid of this fence as well working on this. I think that's too steep. That's going to be too steep because, yeah, the bottom level, which we would want, is 1 up from that. So let's just pop something down here. So at this level, we want this thatch to be there. So if we just did like flat like that, and then break that, so have it go like this, and then have that be the lowest block there. Sorry to do this on camera, but this is the creative process. You can't rush art. Here we go. So that would then overhang by 1, I'm guessing. And then if we did this, that I don't hate that. That's kind of nice. And what we can do is we can fluff this up with a few stairs or something, give it a bit more shape so it's not just like it's hanging in the void. Okay. I've got some stuff to work out here. Let me get it organized and we'll take a look when I'm done. Ooh, I love it when a good build comes together. Oh, all the particle effects went off again. I don't know what's happening there. So I've gone ahead and done some detail and I'm really liking it. So in each of the stables, we've got a trough, we've got some hay bales for their food, and I've even got some marble on a chain. And if you ever go to a stable, you'll probably see some salt licks, and that's sort of what this is supposed to look like. So it dangles down and the horse gives it a lick, and it's like a treat for the horse. I've also really tried to make this look like a worn down building, because as much as I love having a clean, tidy house like we've got over here, the stables is always a little bit more down and dirty. It's been a little bit neglected. The poor horses don't really care anyway. So there's some holes in the wall, some dents, even some gaps in the fence where hopefully he can't escape there. And then if we come upstairs, it's even worse. We've got some holes in the floor. It's dangerous. We're trying to store stuff, but it's sort of messy, and we just don't don't bother fixing it. So I'm really liking this. We can even add some more holes here, so there'll be some light coming in through the roof, and it's like, oh no, is it going to rain? The horse is going to get wet, that kind of thing. So it's just interesting to be trying a build where it's not perfect, it's a bit rough, and you don't have to do too much, just a little bit of messiness here and there. And I did take my own advice, and earlier I said I never use scaffolding, and I am now... Oh, what? I don't know how to use it. Here we go. Okay, so I do now want to use the scaffolding to get up to the roof, because what I'm going to do is just sort of bring out areas, depress areas, make this all a bit more worn in looking. Yeah, and the ceiling sort of caving in places, and it's not looking good for this roof, is it? Like maybe knock off a corner here and there, bring out a couple blocks here. Yeah, oh yeah, this is good. So what this will do for us is, instead of having this perfect thatch roof, we'll just have a bit more of a normal looking one where there are things not quite right with it. And maybe in this area, yeah, well, I guess we could get rid of the floor here and just have it like it's completely collapsed. There we go. Okay, so let me grab my scaffolding. Oh, so beautiful. And what we'll do is we'll have a look at that from the air. As you can see, I didn't give too much thought to any of that. I just sort of went around and did. So it might look terrible. It might look good. I don't know. Let's have a look. Ooh, that's really interesting. I think I like it. I might get rid of the square edges. That's sort of my first thoughts. That edge is so good. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that on all the sides now. Going to just chop off a block or two. Yeah, we did one block over there. We'll do 2 blocks over there. Maybe we chomp off a bit here and have that sag down a little bit onto the side. That could be cool. Yeah, so let's bring that down. Yeah, and let's even bring that one down too, so it's just a little bit lower than the rest. And let's see, what else can we do? Yeah, maybe up here as well. Just bring that up. Cool. I'm really liking this. Okay, and then let's just get rid of that. And maybe we can have it so it's lower down here. But then just missing because maybe some birds landed on it and stole it for their nest. All these little things that are happening tell a story. Okay, I think we got something. Let's go down and see it from the ground. I still have some landscaping to do around about the place as well. Yeah, it definitely has a look to it. Here, if we go here, yeah, it's a bit more shapely. We've got the sort of storage area towards the side where it's sort of just tossed everything in a pile. Here's a little bit plain, but we can grow some trees, and this is actually the bit we're going to see the least of because we're always around the other side for now. Maybe we'll come back to that bit later. And I'm going to grow some apple trees around here just because that's what we've always had in this area, and horses love apples, so it's sort of a win-win. So what's next? We've got these leaves, and I wanted to build up a little bit of a bush situation here. Let's go ahead and build this up here. Yeah, maybe it's quite overgrown, even overflowing down onto there. That looks quite nice. And here we go. Let's do some more bushes. And let's even do around the base of the tree, give it some foliage, and that can go all the way down into here. Nice. Okay. And do we need any more? I think this area we want to keep clear just so we have a path down. But for here, I think we can just leave the carrot field. Maybe we just change the shape of this roughly. So let's go ahead, get rid of those two. And let's bring that fence in just there. Cool, that just makes it a little bit less squared off, and I don't mind so much about the potato field because this goes all the way around the corner. It's pretty cool. And then we got our way through. Yeah, nice. All right, I'm really liking this. I'll get the trees to grow in and we'll take a look at the final build. Ooh, that looks good. I've even done the other roof now because I was such a fan of the messed up thatch look. And I think this is a really great result. for our stable build today. And let's just do one last quick tour on the inside before we wrap up the episode. Here you can see I've added a little sign, Equi Meliores Homines, of course. There's our friendly horse with no name. I think that might just be his name there, I've just said it. And I've even boarded up some of the holes with some signs, just so it's a bit cozier for him. And don't we have just, it feels like walking into a hug with these apple trees on the left hand side of the path and the stable just here. I can't imagine any more ways to improve this. But that's going to do it for me for today. So thank you very much as always for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do feel free to leave a like. And if you want to see more like this, why not subscribe? That's it from me. So have a great day and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.